everyone, Olivia Reiner here for Packers News, joined by Ryan Wood. And today we have lots to discuss. We'll start, Ryan, with the running backs as we evaluate each position from this past season. With the running backs, Jamaal Williams and Aaron Jones took on majority might not even be the most perfect word. They really took on all of the workload this season, and they stayed predominantly healthy. We know Aaron Jones has a history of health issues, and he played all of the games this past season. Can the Packers replicate that this upcoming season? Should they bank on health being a factor?
Well, I don't think there's any question that was one of the biggest risks that Brian Gutekunst did take going into the season, and it paid off in a huge way because they ended up that the combination of Aaron Jones and Jamaal Williams shared 96% of the snaps. So yes, you're right. Majority doesn't even. I mean, it's almost like exclusivity. They played basically every snap. Jamaal Williams missed 2 games because of the concussion, the shoulder injury. Other than that, they were healthy the entire year. And if you look at the closest scheme comp to Matt LaFleur's offense, what Kyle Shanahan does in San Francisco, one of the big differences in personnel, there's a lot more depth in the backfield that the 49ers have. That running game comes at defenses in waves, and there was a lot of good with the Packers' rushing attack. Aaron Jones blew up into a star this year. Jamaal Williams, a really solid number 2 guy, but they don't have the depth there. So can it be replicated? If they don't do anything, they're going to need to kind of make that risk again. They're going to need to hope that they can do that. It's tough at that position that's so grueling. You get so many hard hits to expect that to happen year over end.
Aaron Jones truly had a breakout season, not just as a running back on the ground, but also as a receiver in pass protection. What is his ceiling? Can he do even more this upcoming season?
When you look at his production, I mean, he tied Christian McCaffrey for the NFL lead in total touchdowns. He tied Derrick Henry for the NFL lead in rushing touchdowns. He had 1,558 yards from scrimmage, 1,000 yards rushing for the first time in his career. Hard to do more, and yet he only played 61% of the snaps. Christian McCaffrey was well over 90% in Carolina. Derrick Henry only played 59% of the snaps this year, but he had 75 more carries. The workload was not the same. So it's going to be interesting because on one hand, what started with Mike McCarthy really continued under Matt LaFleur. That's prioritizing the need to keep Aaron Jones fresh, preserve him over the course of the season. The reality is that worked very well. He finally stayed healthy for all 16 games. He played in every game after the first 2 seasons ended with knee injuries in both years. So after having that success in this approach, I don't know that they're going to be inclined to change it and to increase his workload, which is really the only thing keeping Aaron Jones from being one of the premier stars in all the league at his position is just more opportunities. So it'll be interesting now that he has that basis of 16 games in a season. Do they kind of loosen that up in the restrictions and have less of that, or do they continue to go with the preservation approach? We'll see what happens in 2020.
All right, preservation, workhorse, not really sure. We'll find out this upcoming season, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Make sure you're checking out all of our other report cards over on PackersNews.com. Also, of course, make sure you're following us on all of our social media platforms as well. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you next time.